Hey everyone, I'm Almar of almarsguides.com, and this video here is going to be part 1 of my The Freedom Seekers walkthrough for Kenshi. So I am doing something unique in this one. I am doing a complete skeleton group, and the Freedom Seekers starts you out at a random way station. You can see right here, I was started out at the southernmost way station in the Hook. This is actually right where I wanted to be because I've never wrote a newbie guide for this location before. If you start out at the way station in Sten Desert, which is right over here, then you basically just go to Squin and the hub, and then your starting location is the same as basically every other playthrough you do that starts in that area. If you start out at the way station in, where is Gray Desert right here, then you can just easily go on up to either Hang or Shobatai, and then just use that as your noob zone. And I think there's a way station in Venge, and there's a way station in Stobe's Garden, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if you can start out at them with this playthrough, because I know you can start out at them in the Nobody's playthrough. But, yeah. So that's something to keep in mind. So, at the start here, once you get... Oh, sorry. One thing I would like to say is, if you start out at either of the way stations that I just mentioned, I recommend you use a different walkthrough than this one, because this one is obviously starting out down south here. If you started either of those way stations, I would recommend you do either the Empire Citizen walkthrough or just my basic Kenshi walkthrough. Either would work. So since we are playing on a group of skeletons to start, what we want to do is we want to get rid of our food, and we want to get rid of oh, nice. Skeleton repair kits are cheap. We want to get rid of our food and iron plates as well as this stuff. We're not going to be building anything soon, so we don't need the iron plates or the supplies. What is this? Wheat straw farming? Cute. Huh, that's weird. I wonder why it's almost finished having been eaten. Like, I know my character hasn't been eating them. So let's see. We have 10,000 cats. Let's buy that. And let's buy that. So now we have 2 repair kits, 2,300 cats. So what we need to do, obviously, the very first thing is we need to make money. Where are they going? Bucket of scraps, where are you going? Oh, well, this is interesting. I'm actually going to let this fight happen, even though I probably shouldn't. Oh, what? That's funny. He actually ran up here to, yeah, he ran up to the turret gunner. That's funny. So, this will get me some toughness skill ups. This is also not the best, because, my characters are obviously not too good as far as combat goes. So I'm going to assign the robotics job. Everybody will do their robotics, their best robotics. I'm going to loot the enemies here, because, I can. Also, one thing that's worth mentioning is my characters, they can stack their items, no problem, outside of the wooden backpacks, because I have stack size mod in my game, which allows me to stack things outside of wooden backpacks. It's one of the, like, 6 different mods that I'm using, so keep that in mind. Like I said before, we're just going to sell the food. I'm not that concerned with the food for the time being. Once we get additional characters to join our team, we will probably have enough cats anyway. So there's no point in saving the food until that happens, because we can just buy more food when we actually do recruit more people to our squad. And I think I got a couple toughness skill ups from that fighting we did right there. Seems like a few of my characters have like 3 toughness instead of 0. Also, when you start out as this playthrough, one of your characters will start with higher than normal stats. They start with like stats in their 20s. My Bucket of Scraps is that character. It's the old fighter or old something or other that is the name of that character. How does he have no room for that item? There. Now you have room for that item. Rusting blade. This is kind of funny, though. I started the game and immediately attacked. That's Kenshi for you. Well, actually, technically, I went outside that little area and then immediately attacked. Jeez Louise, Mr. Skelly Man. Okay, what is, how's yours going? Cool. Apparently, the repairs aren't using up too much of the kit. Is this another group of the outlaw farmers? Oh, no. Traders Guild. Man, repairs are taking a while. Are they imprisoning them? Capturing slave, yep. Who are these people? Slave hunters? Okay. Where are you going, Skelly? So, obviously, the very first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to make money. And we're going to want to get to someplace a little bit... Well, technically, this is a noob zone area. Who's shooting at me? Technically, this is a noob zone area, as I was saying. Which, means we'll probably want to stay in this area. The alternative is we could go to, where else could we go? Really nowhere. I mean, we can run across the south wetlands into the swamp, but then we'd also have to run across the swamp into the border zone. Really, there is no newbie zone around here except for exactly where we are. This is the only area we can pretty much go. And I just realized that old storm house is for sale, 6,000 cats. I could actually buy that and then repair it if I wanted to and then live here. But I'm not really that concerned with doing that, at least right now. Maybe that'll be what we do in the future. That's also something you can do at the Gray Desert place. If you start out in the Gray Desert way station, you can buy a building at the Gray Desert way station as well, and then commandeer it and basically turn it into, you know, your own little thing. Zero sell value for the wheat straw farming. That is a smart thing to do, I think, buying a building and then commandeering it for your own uses at some point. Initially, though, I don't think I would recommend you do that because you need money for other things. For right now, since I am Rebel Farmers, okay, Bone Dog. Since I'm doing a all skeleton playthrough, the main things I need to do first initially is I need to afford repair kits. That's going to be the most important thing that I need, because I need to keep my skellies alive, and repair kits are significantly more expensive than med kits. So that's why it's one of those, you know, initial things that we need to do and is important. So let's see. We are at this way station. We can go to Clown Steady without much of an issue. Let's go to Clown Steady. There will be outlaw farmers that you see around here, or rebel farmers, either or. I think I think both are around here, because I know I looted that bone dog and it belonged to the rebel farmers, but I'm pretty sure I killed outlaw farmers earlier. One thing too about skeletons is I'm pretty sure a lot of the damage they suffer, they auto repair. If you watch chest here on Bucket of Scraps, you'll see it going up 196, 197, 198, and it should get to 200, which is where it should stop, which would mean that it's fully repaired. I don't think I think that it got to where the permanent damage is at, because skeletons the way they work is they take semi-permanent damage and permanent damage. I don't know if it's fair to call it permanent damage because you can cure it by lying down in a bed, specifically a skeleton repair bed. But it does stay on you until you get rid of it through the skeleton repair bed like that. So that's what you have to keep in mind. One thing that's nice too is we definitely will not have to worry about food while we're on these characters, because obviously they're skeletons, they don't eat. Since we have no humanoids in our party, we can sell all of these medkits for the time being. In the future, we'll just buy more med kits if it comes down to that, where we recruit humanoids. Depending on how far I decide to go with this playthrough, though, I'm not planning on getting humans. I was planning on well, actually, I will have to get some humans, obviously, but I was planning on doing a base in Black Desert City. Let's see, 9,800 cats. Show me your goods. Cool, 90%. Which means they're still relatively cheap here. So there we go, that's all my money. 2,000 cats left. So now we have a few options for making money. We can either wait until enemies get obliterated and loot them. Sorry, I had to read that. The gate sergeant didn't look like he was asking me standard things that they always ask. Thought it was a new question. But this is United Cities town. One of our bucket of scraps guy, he has whatchamacallit. Why are my characters being silly? Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to go in that building. It was just the bad AI. Little buddy. So, now we need to make money. And around Clown... Oh, there's a blood splotch over here. Around Clown Steady, recovery coma. That's fine. What about that one? Dying? That's fine too. They're rebel farmers, so I don't really care about the faction hit. Rebel farmers are going to be a hostile faction. We're probably going to get really bad hits from them anyway. Over time. So, I think what we should do right now is we have two options. We can either recruit a band of mercenaries and have them aid us, or we can what is this? Is this copper? Yes, it is. Copper, copper, copper. 3 coppers. Nice. So that's what we're going to do. I didn't know there was copper in this general vicinity, but now that I know there is, get to it. Let's see. Nice. 1, 1, 1. Okay. That seems to be all the copper. So there's 2 characters that aren't mining copper right now. So here's the map location for these copper deposits. You can see to the southwest of Clown Steady. If you start out at the Sten Desert way station, there will be plenty of copper by Squin. If you start out at the Gray Desert way station, I actually don't know if there's nearby copper. I would assume there is. Gray Desert does have a lot of mines, so you will be able to find something nearby. Alternatively, if you do start out at the Gray Desert way station and you don't like that location, you can just go to Shobatai or Hang, both of which are nearby, and that would be just as good as spending time at that way station, if not better. So now we're back. We're basically going to be focusing on primarily getting this copper and selling it in town. What we need is, I would like at least 1 skeleton repair kit on every single person in my squad. That would be the minimum requirement before doing anything else, because I want everybody to be able to heal themselves if it comes down to it. And these characters that I'm running back and forth right here, I'm just doing that for skill ups. They're both leveling up athletics. Just gives me something to do in the meantime, while also keeping my eyes peeled for danger in the distance. These characters are the ones that I will use. I'll run into town and I will sell the copper that I get from doing all of this. Oh, what is this? Who are you guys? Slave hunters? As long as they don't fuck with me, I'm content with whatever they're doing. I think they will only fuck with me if I'm already on the ground and like incapacitated, at which point they'll kidnap me. So there we go. There's a decent amount of copper. Hold on. I should be able to get Did I already get them all? Yeah, I did. Oh, nope. I missed that one. Thought there was one I was missing. Now that this guy's overloaded with copper, I can run him back and forth and also level up his strength. So instead of just athletics, I can get some strength training in. And I guess during this time, I can explain a little bit about my characters. You might notice a lot of them have meme names. Actually, this isn't the faction name. That is my squad name. So where's their faction name? Obviously, the first one, he's named Skelly because he's a skeleton. The other guy, script error null, is just a lame coding joke that probably doesn't even... well, actually, I guess it does happen because I've seen script error nulls before. Null typically just means no entry in the script error. Reference object, obviously, that's another coding reference. And automated multiboxer, that is a multiboxing reference, which is technically part of the meme, considering the fact that, you know, I have a bunch of... I'm multiboxing multiple skeletons. And then the other guy's automated multiboxer is the one that I explained. IS Boxer is boxing software that most people use when they're multiboxing. And Bucket of Scraps. We ran out of cute names when we reached Bucket of Scraps. That's the lore behind his name. Everybody else's name, we you know, took the time, came up with a cute name, and then we got the Bucket of Scraps. And you're like, I don't know what to name him. Also, Bucket of Scraps, one thing about him is he has 25 strength. He is that old warrior guy, and he starts the game with a decent amount of stats. 25 strength, dex, and toughness. So he's capable of getting out there and getting into a fight and basically winning early on. I wonder if this area is close enough to Clownsteady where if I had a building in Clownsteady that I owned, if they would automatically run it into town. I wonder. I wonder. What's going on over here? Huh? Mercenaries... Why is the mercenary getting picked up by the samurai police? Interesting. Too bad they're not leaving the bodies there, because then I would be able to pick up the bodies and, well, I would be able to loot the bodies more accurately. Get all that sweet, sweet, sweet money for myself. Alright, let's go into town and sell my my goods. Did I get everything? Yes, I did. So is there a robotics shop here? I do not think there is there? General shop, mechanical shop. That's not robotics, though. Robotics is, we would need a robotics building for me to get a skeletal repair bed and to repair the damage that my characters suffer. So and that we would need in order to raise toughness reliably. We would need a skeleton repair bed to fix our damage. Without a skeleton repair bed, fixing our damage would be actually quite difficult. We have a few options, though. If we can't get a skeleton repair bed in either Clownsteady or Drifter's Last, then our other solution is to obviously make one of our own, which would involve either buying a house in this town or buying a house in that way station and then researching it, because it's not. I don't think it requires. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure it requires 0 ancient science books in order for us to get a skeleton repair bed. I'm pretty sure it just requires books, but we would need to research a lot in order to get there in the first place. So we would need a decent amount of money. We would need a decent amount of regular books, and then we would be able to basically move our way up the chain. And that's something I would highly, highly, highly recommend you do. If you're going to be doing an entire skeleton unit, you need to have a skeleton repair bed, either that is in your possession or just nearby, period, before you decide to start raising toughness, because you will need something to heal the semi-permanent damage that your skeletons suffer from repeated combat. Those of you who aren't doing a skeleton-only start, it's basically going to be the same as any other start that you do. You're just going to make money, recruit companions, buy food, research, and basically move up the chain that way. Seems like my little guys are leveling up, laboring at a decent pace. You go, Mr. Skeleton Man. I'm very glad I found these copper nodes, because I had no idea what I was going to do without these copper nodes. Run around and look for enemies, I guess. That would have been the only thing that I could have done. Like I said before, actually I can't remember if I did say this at the start, but I've never started down at this portion of the world map before. I've always wanted to, because I know that Shun and the Hook are noob zones. I've just never had characters that were noobs in those zones before. Again, I'm basically just skilling up my strength, athletics, and stuff like that right now on those characters. It gives me something to do while my other characters are, dicking around. Traders Guild over here? Yeah, Traders Guild. It would be nice if one of those pack beasts could get killed. That would be a decent amount of money early on. I think like 7,000 cats or something like that. It's a decent chunk of change. Starting out in Kenshi is always quite repetitive. I apologize for that. At least when you do playthroughs like this. Like, well, I mean, honestly, Cannibal Hunters or the Slaves, they both start a little bit different, but aside from that, well, there's a dog over here. I see this dog inching in. What's he doing? That's right, you better walk away. I would prefer not to fight anything right now, because we don't have enough. I don't have enough for my characters to, heal and survive. Like if we fight the Bone Dog, there's a chance our characters are going to take way too much semi-permanent damage, and that would be obviously an issue without a skeleton bed. Which, that's why we're focusing on getting money, getting a skeleton bed, and then we can go past that from there. Ooh, who's taking damage in town? Who is... you. Automated multi-boxer, you're aimless, so let's go. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Somebody's getting messed up in town. I see blood. I see bodies on the ground. Are those bodies on the ground? Come on, come on. Oh. The Traders Guild caravan is whacking on the door. This might be good, though, because if the samurai sergeants go after him and attack him, then they're going to turn the pack beasts hostile as well, and it'll turn into like an all-out war, which will be fantastic, because then they'll all get beat up. What is he doing? What in tarnation is going on in here? Why are you attacking him? This is, like, complete brutality. What did he do to you? Dear Lord. They're actually, like, legitimately killing the poor guy. Well, by golly. Barbaric. Okay, so let's see. This area is packed. Like, it's possible. There's Jewel, one of the unique companions I can get. It's possible for me to hire a band of mercenaries if I wanted to, and then use the mercenaries to take out, you know, packs of enemies. What's going on out here? Oh, an ex-slave escaping. Whoa, 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 whoa. My characters are under attack. Slave hunters? Okay, so reference object got hit a few times. We don't want to fight these guys, though. We just don't want to fight them. They will get us our toughness, but like I said a few times already, we don't want to really get into any unnecessary fights unless absolutely 100% required. What is going on over here? Why are the shinobi thieves fighting? Man, a whole bunch of weird stuff's going on this time in this playthrough. The shinobi thieves are like fighting each other, or they're fighting the guards in town. You got the just a whole bunch of weird stuff going on. I've seen this happen a few times though, where the shinobi thieves do get into a the caravan, the Traders Guild caravan guard is over there. So let's see. I wonder if I will be able to sell these for full sell price at the vendors here. And by that I mean I wonder if the vendors will buy them, or if they'll be like, "Hey, that's stolen goods," you know, blah 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 blah. I'm only taking what's valuable too. I don't care about taking everything. I only want what's valuable. So let's see. Traders Guild, that is going to be a little bit situational, because since he's the Traders Guild, he will be associated with the United Cities faction, which means there will be probably most likely guaranteed a penalty for selling their item, or there'll be a fencing percentage chance of being caught, is what I mean to say. Okay, so that's all of their swords. Now is the moment of truth. Let's see if there's a, okay, good. Or rather, not good, but Okay, that is more or less what I was curious about. There is a percentage chance that I won't be able to fence these because this vendor will recognize that they're from this town, which puts a little bit of a damper on things. Um, We have a few different options though. Okay, those characters ran back to the copper. We could sell them in this town anyway and just risk it. What we're going to do is we're going to save over a video save, and we're going to send automated multi-boxer, I think, to drifters last. Or actually, let's send them to the way station first. We have a pack of goats over here, which are great. Goats are good for pulling to town. Let me show you how this works. When you have a pack of animals like this and you want to pull the entire pack to town, you do attack unprovoked. You have to make sure they're all in line of sight of your character. Attack unprovoked. What does he do? Okay. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get all of them, as many of them, close to me as possible. And wow, they're running quite fast. 18 miles per hour. How fast? 17? Okay, so they're basically running as fast as me. So when enemies are following me this close, I'm going to do the little cancel move. I'm going to hold down my my issue command, and I'm going to spam R, which will make enemies drop off like that. See how they fell behind me like that? That is basically what doing the R trick does. And now the guards are attacking the goats just like this. So what I meant to say though before I interrupted myself with the R trick is when you want to pull enemies to a town like this very easily, what you should do is attack unprovoked on them like you've seen me do. And what this will do is it will make all of the enemies follow you, because combat starts the second you attack the target. It doesn't actually you don't have to actually get up in the target's face and stuff like that for combat to start. So the second you issue the command to attack the target, the enemy will start running towards you. And you can use that to your advantage by pulling enemies into town like you see me do here. And then the guards will kill the enemies, then you can loot the enemies, and you're basically, got free loot. Some of those little goats are hard to see, and they're like little baby goats. You can see big goat, and then right next to it, a little tiny dot is a little baby goat. Did I loot them all? Yeah, I think I did. I got them all. Don't worry. What is this? Oh, slave hunter. He just got his ass beat. Let's say. Oh, he's got a bounty of 1,000. Let's turn him in. Where are you at? Where's the little bell that I can ring at the front desk to let people know that I'm here? Seriously. This is horrible service. I mean, kind of want to go upstairs and just steal their shit now that they're not in there. Okay, automated multi-boxer. Let's see, let's see if you can sell these items here without getting in trouble. Show me what you have. Fencing chance, so 110%. That means I can sell these without any issue, right? Yep, that's exactly what it means. So the question now is, I can actually keep some of these weapons if I wanted to. I could keep this. Wait. Buyback? Yeah, I could keep this if I wanted to, which I may. 88%. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll stick with that. 4 repair kits. I'm content with that. And what is this? 6,000 in order to purchase that building. Do I want to purchase this building at this way station, though? Because it will need to be repaired. I will need to buy building supplies and repair it. And that's not really that big of a deal, though. Let me turn on turbo speed. That way my characters can get a lot of copper. You back yet, automated guy? There we go. So let's see. I will drop this on the ground. Bucket of scraps. You should be the one that picks it up since you're you got the highest stats. He'll be my my fighter. Where's he going? Is it? Oh, I see. Okay. That's not good. A noble hunter is shooting at me. Noble hunters are, I didn't actually realize that noble hunters were going to be in this portion of the world. Noble hunters are very annoying because they're basically United Cities people that hunt peasants. And, actually, this is not very good. Because if I run to town, town will not help me. Town will actually attack me too. Because the noble hunters are part of the, where's IS Boxer going? Noble hunters are part of the United Cities faction. Which, means if I run to town for help from the noble hunters, town will be like, well, actually, you know what? They're part of our faction, so we're going to attack you as well. It's one of the main reasons that I dislike United Cities factions, or starting out in an area where the United Cities is, because they have very, very annoying rules and stuff like that, and NPCs and yada yada. So my characters are running back to this copper mine. Let me see if copper mines, plural. Okay, this is where the noble hunter is. So we want to wait until the noble hunter is like back in town, so he's not, you know, an issue for us. Is this slave? Okay, traders caravan, traders guild. Script error. Why you're okay? That's why you're running so slow. So what we have to decide next is where we want to buy our first house. We can buy it inside Clown Steady right here. And that would probably be close enough for us to, for our characters to automate the copper mines that are nearby. Alternatively, we can buy the building in the way station and then, you know, clean it up. Repair it and clean it up and then use that building. That is always an option too for us if we don't want to buy a building in Clown Steady. I'll probably decide that in between this video and the next video. That way I'm not, you know, dicking around waiting so much time for everything to happen. I also have to look up how long it'll take me to get skeletal repair beds, because I do forget that, and I know it's going to be one of the more important things that we need for this team. Because until I get those skeleton repair beds, I'm not going to be able to raise toughness reliably. So who got attacked by that noble hunter? I think it was Bucket of Scraps, right? I can't remember. Automated Multi-Boxer and IS Boxer, both of them have the most permanent damage to head. You can see there, if you mouse over it, it'll tell you have X amount of wear damage, and that will can only be repaired at a skeleton repair bed. Wow, we're apparently finishing mining quite quickly now. My laboring skill must have gone up quite a bit. So basically our goal is to get enough money for a house. That is the first main goal that we always set for ourselves in this game. Once we get enough money for a building, then we can start researching, and then once that happens, we can move on to more and more and more. But anyway, that is this basically covers everything I can think to show you that is unique in what we're doing right here. I will start part 2 once I buy a house and start progressing through the researching progression, I guess would be the appropriate word for that. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, once we start going through researching and we get a house and we start going on to something a little bit different than just mining copper for money, then I will start the second video. Although I will say I'm actually quite fond of this area right here because there are a lot of copper veins here and we are making very, very good money. Typically, like Shobatai, you have 2 copper mines. Here we have like literally 4, which is fantastic. I don't think I've ever had enough, and they're not bad quality either. Like outside of Blister, is it Blister Hill? No, Bad Teeth. Outside of Bad Teeth, you have 3 copper mines, but they're all very, very, very low quality. Here we have 4 copper mines, and they're all like above average quality, is what I would describe them as. But yeah, there's a few things. I'm probably going to buy the building in Clown Steady because there's a few things I want to test out. I want to see if my characters will automatically run the copper into town from where we are right here, which they should. I don't think there will be any issue with that. But aside from that, there's really no other reason that I would want to be in Clown Steady. I don't really like Clown Steady. It's a very claustrophobic town. Everything's very, very compact in that town. And it's a bit annoying for that reason. But since we're starting out at the Southern Way Station, we don't have many other options. Our other option would be either building something at the way station or moving on to Drifter's Last and buying a building there. I think I would prefer to be up where I am right now. I'm at least much more familiar with this area. Like, we can always go... actually, I don't want to go into South Wetlands because then we're going to run into swamp ninjas and we're also going to run into blood spiders. And those aren't going to be very friendly at our low level. We're probably going to... I think I may actually move down the Drifter's Last. I might see if there's any copper down there or anything nearby that we can mine in proximity of town. Because I want to stay in this noob zone until we get a little bit higher stats, because every zone around us will wreck us. If we go into the crater, we'll be wrecked by beak things. If we go into the South Wetlands, we'll probably be wrecked by blood spiders or swamp dragon ninjas. Bone fields, basically, beak things will wreck us there. Gorilla bandits will wreck us there. Really, every enemy that you can encounter in bone fields will obliterate us. Land bats. Everything. So there's really nowhere we can go for the time being. The safest route north would probably be from the Hook to go all the way around Shun, and then to hug this area around Arak, and then through the Spider Plains and into Sten Desert and Border Zone. That would be the safest route that we could possibly go north if we absolutely needed to go north. But I don't want to go north because I want to spend some time down here and see what this noob area is like. So we're going to, like I said, we're going to basically organize ourselves to profit off of this area in particular. And Bucket of Scraps, the person you're carrying is probably dead by now, right? Yeah, he's dead. So much for that bounty. let's go into town, sell what we got, and we're going to be ending the video shortly, like I said. Or, like I said before I got off of my tangent. If I got anything wrong, left anything out, or you guys feel as if I should have said something that I didn't, same as leaving anything out, please let me know in the comments section below. I always like to hear feedback from you guys. You guys have also given me a few strategies over the months, letting me know things that I didn't already know, like I could put shackles in my inventory when my characters were a slave. Didn't actually know that until somebody commented and let me know. Stuff like that is always nice, though, to get feedback from you guys on, because you guys think of things that I don't just as much as I think of things that you guys don't. And as always, if this video did help you out, be sure to leave me a like, because that helps me out. And aside from that, I will catch you guys around in part 2 of my The Freedom Seekers walkthrough for Kenshi. Peace.